Casa Chiesi today is taking you to Patti's house. This is my sister Patti, this is my second sister Simo. And being me, Betti, the youngest of the family, I've been doing all my life what they wanted. But today is my revenge because Patti and Simo are going to cook for me. Do you remember last week that we went to Lavina, close to Imperia, to see how these young two guys were cultivating saffron? So today we want to cook you a special dish from the Milanese cuisine, which is risotto alla milanese with saffron and ossobuco. Cooking with my family is one of my favorite things to do. But so if you want to read a little bit more stories about it, you can download my book, Eating Heart, at the link below. For our recipe for 5 people, you need, for risotto alla milanese, 1.5 liter of beef broth, 12 fistful of riso carnaroli, which is a very good rice for risotto, half of a medium-sized onion, white would be better, 3 grams of saffron pistils, of extra virgin olive oil, a little bit, butter and Parmesan cheese. And for the Ossibuchi, you need 5 cross-cut veal shanks, a little bit of flowers, grated lemon peel, butter, parsley, beef broth, salt and pepper, and a little bit of garlic. We have all our ingredients on the table, and the broth is almost ready. Remember that if you want to have a very good broth, and the real beef broth is the secret of this recipe, you have to put the meat you're going to cook inside the water when the water is still cold, because this is the way to get more taste from the meat inside your broth. We can cook the 2 dishes together, and Simo is going to take care of the Ossibuchi. And Patti is going to take care of the rice. You see now, Simo is going to put a little bit of salt in the flour. So this is a secret that my mom taught us years ago. So she puts a little bit of salt there. And she proceeds covering the ossobuco with a little bit of flour. Do you want an extra plate? Okay, here we go. While Patti is cutting the onion very, very thin for the risotto. I don't know if it's clear enough, but the meat cut we're talking about is this one. And what she's doing now, she's cutting all the peel around the meat, because otherwise with the heat it would go all wrapped up. Let's see what Patti is doing in the meantime. The broth is ready. It has been filtered. And the olive oil is getting hot, so then she can stir fry the onion for the soffritto. When the onion is soft, not brown, soft, you can put the rice in. You have to calculate more or less 1 full fist for each person. And the process is needed to toast the rice. We usually put 1 or 2 more full fist for, we say, for the pot, because there is always somebody that wants to taste a little bit more. So you have to stir it, and the fire in this moment has to be quite high. In the meantime, Patti has toasted the pistils, because they need to be toasted a little bit, and then you add to your toasted pistils a little bit of broth, hot broth, that is needed to melt the saffron. You see? It's good that my sister is cooking and not me. It's 2 fists of riso for each person, not one, as I said. But this is the magical moment of the wine. You see, Patti is pouring the wine. In this moment, the fire has to be quite high. And she's stirring to let the wine evaporate. And when all the wine is evaporated, you can start adding the broth. Hot broth. One of the secrets for a good risotto is to add the broth slowly, because the rice has to release its starch. While Patti is taking care of the risotto, Simo is going to start cooking the ossobuco. As you see, she's put in a hot pot some butter, not too much, and while the butter is melting, she's adding a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and this is going to be the base of the cooking. And she wants to put a little bit more, add a little bit more, be generous. Okay, how is the risotto? This is going fine. You see how the risotto is getting yellow? The pistils are releasing their color. It's beautiful. So, okay, the butter is melted, and we put the floured meat inside, one by one. And they will cook for how much? Per quanto devono cuocere più o meno?
Adesso rosolare soltanto e poi cuoceranno per un'ora con il brodo.
Okay, so now she's going to make them a little bit colored on both sides. And then she said that the rest of the cooking will take around an hour or so with the broth. Ma ci vuole vino bianco?
Sì, un po', ci vuole sempre.
Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of salt and pepper. And pepper gives a little bit of aroma to the dish. And you know, while this is cooking, still the fire is quite high. And then wine, white wine, of course. You should smell it. It's so good. Do you need this to cover? Now she's adding the broth. You know, the ossobuco shouldn't swim in the broth, but it has to have enough liquid to cook for a while, because as I told you before, it's going to cook for an hour or so. 20 minutes went by, more or less. The risotto is ready, so we turn off the fire and we proceed with la mantecatura, which is the process that makes the risotto nice and creamy. You add a little bit of butter, and the fire is off right now. Spento, no, il fuoco adesso. And Parmesan cheese. And this is the moment where the risotto really becomes soft and nice and profumato, squisito. We let it there for a couple of minutes, covered, and we will be ready to eat it in a few moments. In the meantime, what is Simo doing? She's cutting the parsley with the garlic and the lemon peel. No, we need a little bit of lemon peel. These three ingredients together is called Gremolata, and it will be added to the ossobuchi when the ossobuchi is ready. We are almost done. Okay, the rice is ready and the ossobuco as well. And we put it in the plate. Here it is. You know what you can do now? This is a typical Milanese. You put the bone marrow on the rice. Here you go. And you can enjoy your meal with a nice glass of red wine. Salute, salute, grazie. Thank you, sister.
Grazie.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. Thank you. And for those of you that are interested in saffron, you can check out our last article that we published last week on casachiesi.com. And hope you enjoyed the whole thing. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.